everybody. I'm Stacey J.
And I'm Chuck Duran.
Welcome to another episode of VO Buzz Weekly.
That's right. And today we have part 2 with Portia Scott-Hicks, and it's going to be another great episode.
It is. First of all, though, we have to give a big shout out and thank you to our sponsors. You guys have seen Nejla's Body Good Buzz Bars. They've been with us since the beginning. They are fabulous.
These
vegan,
are
protein-rich fiber bars, naturally sweetened. You want these, you can go to our website and get them, or click on nejlas.com.
Great for on the road, you know.
Totally. And then we have...
What else we got?
New sponsors. Traditional Medicinals Throat Coat Tea.
Oh, I drink that all the time.
It's amazing. It is often in my mug on the show, and incredible. Incredible care. What are you doing?
These things are freaking awesome. They're good.
Well, share. Okay, and then the other one.
Throat coat.
Well, you're gonna please don't. You have. There you go. And then the other is Entertainer's Secret Throat Spray. And they have this new lipstick size, child size. Here.
No. You don't. This is for when you're voicing. You can't have like stuff in your mouth. I use this all the time when clients or singing or anything like that. Your voice gets a little dry. A couple squirts in this in your mouth, man. Boom, you're good.
And seriously, look at the adorable little tuxedo. Okay, anyway, welcome. Thank you. We are so happy to have you on board as our sponsors, and we love you guys.
Absolutely.
Here comes
Now,
Portia.
what are some things for you that voice actors do while seeking representation that like really turn you off?
Oh,
there must be at least one.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, the over submission is crazy. When I open up, because we have a couple of emails that we do submissions to. And so when I open up the email and then every email and then it's come in the mail and then the postcard has come. Why are we doing postcards? We'll say, okay, here's the deal. Postcards, I throw them away. I am not going to type in that website. God forbid, I know. Type in the website and go and listen. It's not, maybe most people do. It doesn't happen for me. I need to be able to open the email and click.
Exactly.
The end. But the post, who's doing that? Who's doing postcards? Why are we doing that? That is a waste of money.
Oh no, Portia. No.
Yeah, but this is different because we're reading from our postcards.
We got the job. So.
But I mean, just in terms of don't oversubmit. Yeah. And the other one we get are the phone calls. Oh, I'm just wanting to know how to submit. Well, if you have to call and ask how to submit, everyone else figures it out. There's, there's all kinds of ways to submit. I think if you listen to our outgoing, it tells you. Yeah. And you know what I mean?
Google, and there you guys are, and your website is very clear.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yeah. And I have a question for you because and you guys want to know this, so definitely sit there and listen. So I'm a voice actor.
Okay.
Right? And I've submitted to you exactly the way that you love to be submitted to. Okay? The subject matter says exactly what you need to know. You're just busy. Okay? And you really want to listen to that because you're like, oh, wow, I'm looking for something just like that. I want to listen to that. But you just don't have the time to do it right now. How often, okay? And so the actor, me on the other end, is thinking like, wow, I haven't gotten a response from Portia. They probably don't like me. That's what they're thinking, which is not the fact. You haven't listened. How often should they remind you, say, or email you because that email may get lost? Or
I think that if you've, I think you give it a couple of weeks. I think you give it 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks to a month. I don't listen to them every day.
Right.
I listen, probably once or twice a month, or then I have George, my associate. I said, okay, George, this is what I'm needing. Can you go in and take a listen? And so then he's looking for sound that is specific to something that we may need.
Right.
But there's so many emails that come in on a daily basis. There's just no way that you could listen to everything.
Right.
So I think a fair assessment would be three weeks to a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's an email follow up.
Yeah.
know, that's
right.
a 1, 2, 3. Hey, just checking in. Da da da. And those happen, and sometimes I don't mind getting those because I'm like, oh, I need to do it. It's a good marker for me. It's like, oh, it's been a month. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I better catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
but every week is excessive.
Very excessive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, because think of it like this, actors. If you were going on a job interview, right, and you submitted your resume, and you know, boom, you would not be calling back on a regular basis. So apply those business skills to our business. I know it's show business, but apply it because business is business.
So kind of speaking to the point of business that you're talking about, what do you think in today's market does a voice actor need to do, whether they're represented or not, to help promote themselves?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Whether they're represented or not, is you have to sort of do everything. In that, you have to ensconce yourself in your voiceover community. Know about the Facebook pages. Know about, VO Buzz Weekly. Know about Vox on the Rocks. Know about what your community is and what your community is doing. Also, you have to work on your own content. You have to, even though you go in and you produce a demo, who's not to say that you can't put together on something on YouTube? Yeah. Get that posted because, we often use YouTube as, like, I have a lot of comedian clients, and some of them have demos and some of them don't, and some of them need to be redone. But they're out and they're working. So I often pull some of, they were at the Ice House, or they were at the Comedy Store. And so I'm like, I just go on, find their most recent clip, and we use that a lot. Because the demo has become more important now than ever before. Used to be, it was an agency.
I talked about that earlier.
He just is having, I can feel the excitement coming out of him.
Yeah, because it used to be a vanity piece, right? The agency they invest, the clients would pay a certain amount, and everybody would do it, and it'd be glossy and beautiful, men, women, celebrity, right? No. It is the calling card to appointments. So that when I get the breakdown from Terry Berlin or some of the on-camera, what's coming more and more now, a lot of the on-camera commercial casters are casting voiceover. In fact, we have the Wendy's campaign. Our client Brian Norris is the voice of Wendy's. And that actually was cast out of a on-camera commercial house. And the only way I got him the appointment, because she sent out the breakdown, and she knows me back from my acting days, so she knows me, but we don't deal like all my other voiceover casters who know me. And so I emailed her a list of actors, and she was like, okay. And so she goes, do you have some clips? They don't go onto voicebank.net and search the commercial, the on-camera commercial casters. They're not maybe even aware of that, because you have the casting, the voiceover portion on the on-camera casting, but they don't even want to do that. They want you to email a link, a sample, a something. So that's, so the demo is everything. So fortunately, Brian has an amazing demo. And so we emailed her that and some other actors. And in the end, he ended up winning the campaign. And, we're almost a year into the campaign. Wendy's. Love Wendy's so much.
This portion sponsored by Wendy's. But no, it's true, because I found even that a lot of times the demo is what even gets you the audition.
Absolutely.
Gets you the script to read. So it's not just everyone gets to read.
No. And if I submit someone with no demo, we're not getting a time. Before you could maybe finagle a time, but why should they when everybody else is doing it and it's so accessible to do? I mean, some of the casters will even take a rough audition. But, and so fortunately I have a nice database of auditions and things, but that requires me to go in studio, download that, send that. I'm 2 steps behind already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So the demo now, and it can't just be some shaky little demo. It can't be like, oh, okay, that sucks. No, it has to be really competitive.
I said that earlier too. It's so funny. All the time. Oh yeah, I
have a friend who
can I create my own demo, or my buddy has a garage with and I'm like, listen, you could paint your own car,
build your own house,
but it's gonna look like crap.
Yeah.
Do your own surgery.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things that you can do by yourself, including producing your own demo, but you need to know what that demo needs to sound like so that somebody like Portia can hear what she needs to hear so that you can get what you want. I'm reiterating.
There you go. But so just to wrap around, in terms of the business part, the social networking, meeting people, taking those casting director workshops, I'm telling you, it's important because they get to see the other side of you. That's not just the desperate, nervous, crazy actor trying to get in, but they see someone who at the end of the day, in voiceover, the other thing that's the booking tool is that people want to know they can work with you. So you spend a lot of time, in a booth together, giving notes, negotiating time, and they want to know that they can work with you.
Yeah.
So that also comes with taking classes and being your own business. Think about it as a business.
It's awesome.
Chart your course.
So we're going to reiterate something that we talked about last week, and we're going to talk about what we're giving away to you guys out there. Portia, what are we giving away?
Okay, so this is what it is, you guys. You ready? You listening? You ready? Okay, so it's a contest.
It's a contest.
And what you'll get to do is we're going to load some copy, some commercial copy, some animation copy. You're going to download it. You're going to pick one of each. You're going to record it. You're going to follow the directions. You're going to email it back to these guys here.
One take
only, and then I'm going to listen to it, and whoever's the most fabulous in the world is going to get 6 months of voiceover representation at Coast to Coast Talent Group.
Huh?
There it is.
How cool is that?
Right?
Yep.
Very giving and very
Amazing.
cool.
Yes.
Just for you guys here at VO Buzz Weekly. And here's what you're going to do. Okay, like she said, you need to follow directions or you're disqualified. Go to VOBuzzWeekly.com/contest. You'll get all the details there. And follow directions. And email
Honor
everything
the deadline
back.
because
Absolutely.
that's it.
It's going to be for the whole month of February, and the contest ends February 28th. That's it. Too late.
Challenge yourself. Be fabulous.
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you recommend to your clients to stay current and on trend of what's going on? What should they do?
Definitely current is the operative there, because you got to watch what's on television. And don't fast forward through the commercials. If you want a career in voiceover, you have to know what's out there. Who booked it? Who's booking it? Oh, really? Trying to dissect it. Okay, because most everything that's on television, we get an opportunity to read on.
Yeah.
And, actors are, oh, I heard the commercial, And so watch television, dissect it. No, try and make your own educated guess as to why that person booked it. Or discern, oh, that was a very different direction, and the way that I was given direction to do. So use that as a tool. Just think about that, and think sometimes maybe I am going to go in a slightly different direction. And if it's a short enough copy, then you get the opportunity to say to me, you know what, I have the one, but I have something else that I'd like to try. Go to your agent when you're in there and offer that up. It's not enough just to service what you're given. It's not enough. So watch television, listen to the radio, go see, the animated cartoon, the animated features, watch cartoons on television. You must watch it to know. So there's knowing what's working is important, because it will inform you as the actor is where your placement is. And be realistic. No, you can't do everything. You can't. Find the thing that you can do really well, do that, and then reassess. Reassess. Not everybody is going to be, every person is going to be able to do animation, commercial, promos, trailers. No.
So I just want to go back a little bit and speak to your point of, if you're in the booth and you've done a take with everyone's specs honored, as an actor, and you really have a choice that you really want to lay down and hopefully get sent, how hard do you push and say, no, I really want to try it, and maybe it's something that's really, really different and really, really off of what they're asking for?
Sure, and that does come up. And I think I make the decision at that time based on a couple of things. I make the decision based on the totality of what we're submitting as the agency. So I sort of do a quick, playback in my mind of who's read what and how they've read it, and how does this, fit with what we're trying to do and what we're trying to say as our brand as Coast to Coast Talent Group. So I'll assess it from that point of view. And if we're talking about an alternate take, you've given the take where the specs are given and you've spoken right into that, and now you want to try something a little bit different that's not so far off course, but it's alternate. Alternate meaning we alter it. Okay? And so we do, so then we'll lay that down, and if it's short enough and quick enough and it's just not going to keep us another 7 minutes in the studio, then we'll lay it down and I'll take the chance and I'll send two takes just because it's that fabulous or, that different and fun. Right. And it really elevates the possibility for the talent. That's what, that is also what determines whether I'm going to do that. Does this really elevate what's possible in booking this job? Yeah. Is it just more of the same?
Yeah. So, very cool.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, no, it's nice because you have a perspective because you're in the booth so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's cool because you're on, but really literally in both, working both sides of it. So you have a very unique perspective, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. Not only that, a lot of the times you probably get to see and hear, who's booking what, and any little alternate things that you made happen or that you heard happening that actually was the winning factor. You know what I mean? Because not everybody is in tune with that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Very, very cool.
Love it.
Thank you.
Do you have any pearls of wisdom for someone trying to break in? Because our viewers are people that are established, people that are just fans of voiceover, and people that are trying to get in. Do you have anything you can offer people who are trying to get in?
Well, she just offered somebody representation, which is pretty damn cool.
Gee, Stacey, you're never satisfied. You want more, Portia.
Gimme.
I think for someone who is not established and they're trying to get in, I think that you take, it's training and socially connecting with the community. I think that has to be the main thing is that you have to, get out, get into classes, meet people, or, you start, just plan it as if though you were going to college and you figure at the end of 4 years, right, if you're going to a 4-year college, you will have said degree, and you will have said degree because you took classes that allowed you to be able to have that. You want to roadmap it, I think, in the same way. I mean, I come from, college academia, so that's what I know. You want to roadmap it in the same way. You want to build some courses, meet some people, sit in, audit classes. I mean, I don't know if that's still possible, but you want to be able to at least just sit in and audit classes that are far more advanced than maybe you are, so that you can get some perspective as to where you are and where you're working towards.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So I think that you want to build a roadmap. Don't think, I'm going to get into voiceovers to make some extra money.
Is that the big laugh of the century?
Portia, it's quick, easy money.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, I mean,
anybody could do it.
I mean, I could do it like in my living room in my pajamas. Right? So, everyone sort of, sees the outtakes of, the great Disney films and DreamWorks films, and they see the actors just laissez-faire doing all this crazy fun. Yeah. No, that is a career that has been charted. A village of people have worked to build that career. So you have to, the person starting out has to really think about that. They have to think, they may not be aware that when you see people that are hugely successful, voiceover, regular, actors, what have you, there is a village of people that have created, build that success.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you have to build your own team. You really do. You have to enroll people in what you do and go out and get enrolled. It's important, just so you can figure out. Because if you say voiceover, when I teach, I break it down. I say, people say I want to do voiceover. What does that mean? Do I want to be the voice of a cartoon? Do I want to do video games? Do I want to do motion capture? Do I want to do promos? Do I want to do books on tape? What do I want to do in the world of voiceover? And if you say everything, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now you said you're teaching in the UK, yes?
Yes. I have an opportunity. I actually had been contacted by a very prominent school there to go and teach. Fortunately, we weren't able to make that work because I've got my niece is graduating from grad school, so we weren't able to make the time frame work. However, that inspired, I was like, what is possible in the world.
Anything.
And so I'm actually speaking to a gentleman who owns a school here and then also has a school in London. And so we're speaking, trying to put something together for July, maybe the second week of July.
Okay.
And we're going to do sort of a full course where we'll have like maybe 3 days a week will be the A portion of the course, you know, and then we'll do maybe the weekend for the B portion. Well, not really B, but they're really the same course. But for people who maybe can't do it during the week, we'll sort of, you know, condense it up on the weekend and then do 3 days in the week. And I'm going to try and reach out to some of our UK Disney Nickelodeon folks, see if I can sort of get them enrolled and maybe one
Well, you have
day.
to let us know because we have a lot of UK viewers.
Oh,
and they may want to
excellent.
stop
Hey,
by.
you guys got something to look for there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Portia
Okay.
Scott-Hicks is going on a UK tour.
Not just a British name. Destiny, you know?
I love it.
Okay, well, we'll get
I
more
love
info and we'll
love
share it.
I got a quick question for
Sure.
you. And this is off subject, but and tell me the truth. What do you like best about yourself?
Oh, wow. I think what I like, okay, God, didn't take long there, did it? Everything. No. I engage with people well. And I think that that's a quality that I've had since I was a little girl. In my neighborhood where I grew up, you know, we would do little shows. I'd organize the cast. We'd charge 50 cents. No, sorry, no 50 cents. You can't get in. That's how old I am, 50 cents.
Rules.
No, we charge $5. That's it, $5.
Yeah, $5.
$15.50.
There you go. So I think that just that ability to sort of connect with people, reach out, which is what probably drew me as an actor. You know, I like to chat. I like people. I like engaging people. I like traveling, meeting people. I'll travel, you know, by myself, no problem. I'll go do things by myself because I'm never really worried that I'm not going to meet people. You know what I mean? I can walk into a room of 500 by myself and, you know, and navigate really well. So I think that that's the thing I like. That communication skill, I think, is been a good workhorse for me, if you will. So
plus, I mean, that's what I get whenever I talk to you on the phone or anything like that. I always hang up the phone and go, "What a sweet girl."
Not everybody.
Because you have this. Like, no, but I mean, you have, like you said, you love people, and it's like you love me. She likes me. If she likes you, she's very nice.
Yes.
But every time I talk to you or I hear your voice, it's so sweet and you're so kind. And I know that you're a professional and that you make things happen. But I love that sweetness about you.
Thank you. And I'm also will be honest. You know what I mean? That's one of the other things. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like when I'm teaching, I'm going to like, oh no, that so sucked. Okay, let's go again. And this is why. I won't just sort of give the you know, oh that sucked because. But you know, I won't just say it and keep moving. But you know, we'll qualify that a little bit and break it down. So you know what I mean? I'm just going to tell you how I see it, you know what I mean? And that's, you know, good. I think a good way to be.
Absolutely.
Not one to sort of sugarcoat.
You wake up in the morning happy, right?
Not always, no.
I do.
Oh, should I say yes? Well, you have,
I'm talking about me. I do.
Okay.
You know, any guy would, right?
Okay, so let's talk about, there's still time, hopefully, Animation Blast.
Yes, Animation Blast. The next one comes up February 18th, and that's which is President's Day from 2 to 5. We have a fabulous guest director in that class, and that is Sara Goldberg, who is the head at Disney TV Animation Casting. So all you Disney folks who want to be on a Disney series, she's the one. She is the one.
Awesome.
And so going forward throughout the year, we'll have different animation casting directors, various ad agency people, and also I think I'm actually going to add a on-camera voiceover casting director because I'm finding a lot of the on-camera casting directors are crossing over. So it'd be a good opportunity for the actors to come in and meet, get direction from them.
Yeah.
So
and they can go to the
That's
email
fantastic.
to find out more.
Yes,
and
the
to
email
register.
that's right here on your screen.
She loves doing that. And like
Vanna
Portia
White.
said earlier, you know, you need to get plugged into that community, to the community, to your community, to the voiceover community. And that's what's going to help you go to places that you're not at right now. And so these workshops are phenomenal.
Yeah.
You get to meet the people that are making it happen, and even more importantly than that, they get to meet you. and what you can do and your abilities and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a good
Fabulous
opportunity
stuff.
to put your question list together,
Yep.
to ask, the casting directors all the questions I know
Right.
a lot of my clients want to know. After their audition leaves my office, boom, it gets emailed. What happens next?
Yeah.
And because there's in voiceover, sometimes it's 3 months later you're getting an avail or you're getting the booking. So there is a whole process that happens, and that you'll get that information
Yeah.
Fabulous.
through Animation Blast. Woohoo.
Animation Blast.
It's a blast because it's a
I
blast.
love it, baby.
All right, let's have a little.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Portia, you've seen the show. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 128.
18.
18. If you had to choose the one animal or insect species that is the most beautiful, which would you pick?
A dolphin.
That's my favorite animal, too.
Mine as well. One of my, I
They're
love dogs,
so-
but
I know,
it'd be a
they're so
dolphin. Just to be in the
gentle.
water, the swimming, the up, the down.
free, the smile.
The smile, and just the fun, I
Yeah.
mean, I've actually been fortunate enough to go swim with the dolphins at various hotels and whatnot. And
Was that in Jamaica before you broke your ankle?
yeah, it was Hawaii. That's another trip. That was Hawaii. That was crazy Hawaii. That's what I told that story. All of a sudden I was like,
Yeah. How did she know that? You
did you see that look? I was like, was she
Yeah.
looking at my phone? Where's she not? No. Oh, I told you.
I have like the memory of an elephant.
She does.
Do you?
Scary.
That's
does.
good.
Yeah.
Scary.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious!
got good
This has been a great show. I hope you guys have gotten a lot of great stuff because I know I have. Portia, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
So
being
much
on
a
VO Buzz
pleasure.
Weekly,
Thank
coming down,
you.
sharing with all of us. You are a gem.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
love
you
you.
so much,
And-
Coast to Coast Talent Group, for this
Absolutely.
amazing opportunity. Please take advantage of this. you
Voiceover
guys.
representation. I mean, hello.
Hello. Hey guys, just finished VO Buzz Weekly. Had the best time with Chuck and Stacey. So much fun, so much information. Oh my God, they provided it all. You guys rock it. Check it out.
Well, that concludes our awesome interview with the amazing Portia Scott-Hicks. How cool is it that somebody out there, one of you guys, one of you girls out there, is going to win 6-month representation with Coast to Coast Talent Group thanks to Portia and the not too shabby Chuck and Stacey from VO Buzz Weekly.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
You still have time to
Yes.
go up and register and do all that stuff and win, okay? Go to VOBuzzWeekly.com/contest. Get all the details there. Make it happen. Good luck.
Absolutely, yes. And make sure to keep up with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest at VO Buzz Weekly. Take care, everybody, and just remember, you always have time for a little buzz.